Hey workout partners, Blake Kassel here with Bodylastics. Would you like to be able to mark this workout complete and then be fed the very next workout in the series? Well, we have your solution, and the best part, it's totally free. Click on the link in the description for your free account. Have a great workout.
Hi everybody, I'm Shannon with Bodylastics and LiveExercise.com. We have a really good show today, really hard workout, so let's see if we can do it. Let's head over to the mats. Pull the mat out. Let's not go as far away from the door, and let's not hook any of this stuff up yet, okay? I want to do something a little bit different with you guys. Before we start too, I want to say one thing. Email me or go on liveexercise.com and let me know what level you are, okay? I want to know the majority of you guys out there. If you want to go slower, a little bit more quicker pace, more advanced, let me know. The more I know about that stuff, the better class I can create for you guys, okay? So I want to hear from you. Let's lay it down on the mat. What I want to do today, I just kind of want to test you guys. I want to see how we do. I'd like to go through as much of the mat work as we can, okay? Definitely ab series, single leg circles, do some of that stuff as quickly as we can, keeping the form, and see how we do. Joe Pilates mat classes were max 20 minutes. And they were like that because they went so fast with the transitions and no stopping, no breathing, no resting, that's all people could take, okay? So sometimes challenge yourself and see if you can do that straight, and it's really, really tough. Let's lay it down. We'll get going with the bands later, just kind of push to the side. Nothing needs to be in yet. Okay, so let's lay on the back with everything flat. Make sure you've got enough mat, your feet on the mat. And let's just start with a little bit of imprinting, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of get in tune with my abs. I'm gonna pull my ribs down, and I'm gonna go through my little checklist. I got my head down, trying to touch the backs of my shoulders on the mat without popping my ribs out too much. And then feel each bone, each vertebra of your spine, dropping real heavy into the mat, okay? And you gotta focus on this. You gotta use your mind a little bit. Get inside your body and focus on what you want to do so you can get the best out of your workout. Now, my low back again is off a little bit. It's okay because I don't want to, this is not laying comfortably. Just go ahead and rock the pelvis where it needs to be. Let's start with just a couple pelvic rocks. So posterior tilt, I'm tucking my tail under. Tailbone lifts a little bit off the mat. Anterior tilt is the arch, okay? So just back and forth. This is a good way to loosen up your spine. Remember, you want your spine to be mobile. The stiffer you are, the less you can do. Usually the more injuries set in, so always remember that. You want to be nice and flexible, especially in your spine. Now, let's just do a couple hip rolls, we call this, or bridging, as some of you might know it. Let's do the articulating bridge. You want to tuck the tail under and peel the spine up off the mat. Hold it here. My hamstrings are working, my glutes, my inner thighs, because I'm keeping my knees in line with my toes, even though my legs aren't together. Ooh, I just felt a nice crack. You can also use this as an adjustment. That's what I usually do. If you can't get to the chiropractor you don't like to go, here's your free adjustment with your workout. Tuck the tail under, roll it down. I feel everything working already, and it feels really good. One more, tuck the tail under. Sometimes my mid to low back feels really stiff and tight when I start, but then the more of this I do, I feel everything loosen up. Okay, now, let's go for the 100. We'll go through our ab series. I'll go as quickly as I can. I'll try not to talk too much, but the harder this is, I probably won't be able to anyway, so lucky you guys. Okay, so legs in tabletop. Find your position, tabletop, straight up, straight down. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. 20. Inhale, squeeze those under thighs, and exhale, pump from the shoulder. And exhale, not just the elbows. Really feel the arms pumping all the way up at the shoulder. 5 more. Inhale and exhale. 4 more. Breathe in and exhale. 3 more. Eyes over your toes. And exhale. 2 more. Breathe in and exhale. Last one. Breathe in and exhale. Hold it. Bend in and rest. Good. Ab series is next. So we go. Left leg out. Right knee in. I want slow first. Slow is for precision. Slow is for form. A little bit quicker is for the flow. We're going to do each exercise like that, quicker. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you gotta breathe. 2, 1, double leg stretch. Legs go out, arms go by the ears. Exhale, circle the arms, pull everything back into the center. Breathe in. Exhale. Notice my upper body, my head, where my eyes are looking, hasn't changed from the 100. It's the same exact spot. A little quicker. 3, 2, 1. Right leg up, left leg down. Hamstrings are tight. Keep it straight, but move it down. Right behind the knee. Some people can go up towards the ankle. Takes a lot more flexibility. That's the goal. Quicker. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. More advanced, you guys. Hands behind your head. A little bit less challenging. Hands underneath your tailbone, okay? Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Breathe in. And exhale. Abs in. Occasionally check down at that navel. Don't see anything in the pelvis moving. A little bit quicker. And up. 3, 2, and 1. By now you're warm. Inhale, twist to the right knee comes in. Exhale to the left. Armpit on the mat. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Quick. 10, 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, head on the mat, pull the legs in. If your whole trunk, pretty much your whole body's on fire, double thumbs up. You did it. Rock up to sit. Try not to rest. Try not to rest. I'm going. Okay, heels in towards the glutes. We did this at the beginning of last week. When you roll back, no need to go up to the neck, the ponytail, or the head. Just the shoulder blades. Right where your sports bra is for the girls. Right between the shoulder blades on everybody. Inhale and exhale. Remember, the closer to the glutes you keep the heels, the harder it is around the back, the harder it is to do this exercise. Don't get that low back to be flat or you won't be able to roll. Nice and smooth. Good. Just go straight into open leg rocker. Keep the chest up, eyes over the toes. Inhale, go back slowly. Exhale, come up. Balance. You come up using too much momentum, you guys, you're going to fly forward, because I've done it a million times, and those feet are going to have to drop. So keep the legs up. Balance right here behind the tailbone. See how I kind of like arched a little bit? I let my pelvis go because I thought I was going to lose my balance. I caught it, but you don't want to get jerky at the top. Woo-hoo. Last one, breathe in. And exhale. Now, legs together. Teaser position. Open leg rocker. See if you can do it. Exhale. Balance. 2 more. Keep that C curve rounded or you can't roll. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it. My legs are shaking. Lower. Arms up. Dive it over and stretch. Good job, you guys. Remember, thicker mat's good for the rolling stuff, especially with the legs up because you've got all your weight on your tailbone. So if you're kind of bony, even if you're not, you definitely want to get a good padded. I think the yoga mats are a little thin, but you can double them up or even triple them up and then you're fine. Doing some roll downs, we've been working on these. We'll go back a little bit, flex those feet. Remember, anchor the heels. Inhale. I'm going to start to exhale as I feel each bone drop into the mat one at a time. Inhale and exhale. If you come up, you feel like you get a little stuck. Your abs are going, holy cow, what are we doing? Why aren't we being able to rest? So it's going to be a little bit more fatigued. It's going to be a little harder right here. But just really scoop and breathe. If you guys hold your breath, it doesn't work. You've got to breathe. It doesn't matter if you're doing the opposite of what I say on any exercise. Just don't hold your breath. Last one. Stretch. Keep those shoulder blades moving down the back. My low back doesn't go all the way down. That's okay. A little bit of a low back arch. I'm scooping my abs. Good. Let's take it all the way back down. Moving on, moving on. Okay. This time, make sure, if we were to go up and over, which we're going to do with our legs, our feet, I don't want you guys to hit the door. So I'm going to move down. Okay, legs up to the ceiling. Couple ways to do rollover, okay? I was taught by lowering the legs and lifting them up and over this way. I have a tendency to use momentum, which everybody does because it's pretty much human nature with this. So start and stop from this position. It's a little bit harder. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, take the toes over to the wall. Now, my legs aren't crashing down. This feels awesome because it's a great stretch. But I'm stopping here, okay, parallel with the ground. Open to shoulder width, flex the feet. You feel an awesome stretch all the way down the back of the legs and lower the spine without crashing, okay? Legs come together, breathe in. Exhale, toes to the door. Open to shoulder width. There's 2 different variations we do. We're starting with this one, then we'll reverse it. And legs close. One more. Exhale. Over to the door. Open. Flex. Keep your eyes looking up, you guys. Whenever you roll over onto your neck or close to your neck, you never want to turn your head, okay? So now start with legs apart, stomach in. Exhale up and over. Not a huge feeling as far as one being harder than the other, I don't feel anyway. It's still a big stretch on the back of the legs. This is good for you guys. My hamstrings are a little tight from my workout yesterday. So this is loosening everything up real quick. When you exhale, imprint your spine. Now I'm using my triceps a little bit, okay? If you want to challenge yourself, see if you can take your arms, close. Now the weight of my arms will kind of help me a little bit. But roll down nice and slow, keeping those legs straight without crashing down, and shake out the legs. Good, you guys. Those are really hard. If you get stuck, a lot of my clients in the beginning do, I just prop a little tailbone, a little mini ball, or even the Bosu ball, anything that's lifted up off the mat, just to kind of give them a little bit of a push so they're not starting from the ground. It's a great way to learn that exercise. Okay, so adding on to that, let's kick it up a little bit. This will be fun. Take it over, jackknife up to the ceiling, okay? Bring it back down and roll it down. Okay, I'm using my triceps a little bit. Again, bring it over. This is quick. Jackknife. The body needs to be in as straight of a line as possible. Back down. My tailbone didn't really move. It's still pointing up to the ceiling. Triceps and abs. Last one. Shoot them up. Now, stay here. Left leg goes down. Hold it. Right leg still up. Left leg goes up. Right leg goes down. My mom always calls these tricks. Feels like that a little bit, doesn't it? Legs go down. Roll it down. Oh, man, and hug them in. So the legs, the abs, my hamstrings too, big stretch, and my triceps, everything was active on that, okay? Just watch your neck, you guys, with that. You take it over, you shoot them up to jackknife, whatever exercise you're doing, just pay attention to your neck. One really important tip, and I didn't mention this before, is if you start out with something underneath your head, like a rolled up towel or something, sometimes the back of my skull gets a little achy if I lay flat for a while, if it's something not this cushiony, the mat. Definitely remove it whenever you do anything rolling up and over, okay? On the carriage, on the reformer, short spine, we go up and over, right? We bend. We can even do short spine here. For those of you that like to do reformer work, you can imitate it exactly the same way. Pull the heels down and push out. Same thing. Headrest goes flat. Towel gets moved away, okay? So short spine is inhale, hinge. Exhale, roll up and over. Turn the legs out. I'm going to lift mine up a little bit. Knees are right at the shoulders or shoulder rest. Now don't move your feet. Roll your spine down. This is your stretch, stretch, stretch. Your feet are in straps sometimes when you do this. Pull them in using your hamstrings. Push it out. One more. Parallel. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, up and over. Let's go to here. My ponytail's helping me a little bit. Flex. Bend. Roll it down. Here's your stretch. Obviously, without the straps, it's a lot harder on your abs and your arms. Good job, you guys. Shake them out. Let's take the arms out to a T. legs in tabletop. Inhale over to the right, and then exhale to the center. Watch your lower back. We're gonna twist to work the waist and work our obliques. Keep them in 90. If you bring the legs in here, way too easy, keep them out. Over the hips is gonna really kick it up. Exhale, breathe in. Sometimes a little mini ball or a little prop in between your knees helps you do this a little bit better too. It's kind of a security blanket for people that do Pilates to activate their inner thigh, so something in between the knees is always really good to reach for. Inhale, over with straight legs, and exhale, lift. Some of you can probably go pretty close to the ground, and if you can, that's awesome. Do it. Just watch your backs. Breathe in. If you have long legs, it's a little bit harder. Long limbs can help you sometimes, and they can also make things a lot harder. Those of you that have that know what I'm talking about. And lift. Oh, man, tough. Okay, let's do right leg up to the ceiling. I want to do some circles, single leg. We did these last week, then double leg. I'm going to do a couple different variations. So move it back. Doesn't really matter if your leg's off it. Doesn't bother me. Remember, this is bent to relieve this a little bit. If you're super flexible and you can stay at 90 degrees, more power to you. This has got to be straight, okay? I'm going to bend mine a little bit, otherwise I'm going to be rocking and rolling all over the place. Remember, hamstring is working to keep that foot in place. We worked on that a little bit last week, and that's actually a really good thing to practice because you forget about this foundation leg. It's all about this top leg, not really. You're working both at the same time. Watch your hips, you guys. Some people like to put their hands on their hips, or my hands rocking back and forth. It's a little easier to feel with the hands there. Turn it out. Inhale over, exhale up. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Last one. There you go, good. Now, flex lower and point lift. Keep my bottom leg bent, it feels a little bit better. And lift, 3 more. And up, 2 more. And 1, lift it up. Go ahead and pull it. Give it a good stretch because this is all working. Even pull it in towards the shoulder a little bit too so you can loosen up your hip a little bit. It's a lot of work deep inside the hip, but it's really, really good strengthening so your hips won't hurt later on in life. Okay, left leg up, give it a pull. Let it stretch. Match. So the right leg was slightly bent. Let's do the same on this side. Inhale over and exhale up. Breathe in and up. Forgot to give a shout out to my girlfriend Jill. Hi Jill. Thanks for working out with us. Last one. Jill has awesome form. She practices Pilates like a good girl. Turn the legs out. Inhale out and exhale. And I will bring friends for workouts, you guys. I promise. I'm working on it. It's kind of hard to coordinate schedules. Last one. Abs in and exhale up. Flex lower and point lift. And lift. 3 more. Lengthen that left leg. Get it out there. Really reach it all the way to your opposite wall. And lift. Last one. Lift it up and stretch it. Hopefully you guys are sweating because I am sweating a lot and we haven't even stood up yet. So people who think Pilates is laying down on a mat stretching, oh God, how they are wrong. Okay, back to when we did the lower lift with the legs. Remember this one? Hands underneath your tailbone. It sounds silly, but to find your tailbone, the best way to do it is put your glutes, you know, the meaty part of your cheeks, right on top of your hands, okay? I see a lot of this. See when I lift my legs up, you can't see my fingers. Then when they do this stuff, it actually promotes the rocking of the pelvis. Move your hands out. I always say, I want to see your fingertips sticking out past your glutes, okay? Then if you can kind of wiggle your fingers and they're sticking out past, you're ready to go. That's a better position. Otherwise, it just hurts your back. Okay, if you have rings, turn them. Inhale over to the right, double leg circle. Exhale up. Now reverse. So inhale over to the left and exhale up. Keep your navel in. as I'm talking. I see mine wanting to pop. You guys have no excuse. Again, breathe in. And to the left. And exhale. Good. Now, adding on, little hip lift at the end, okay, just to kick it up a little bit. Inhale out. Exhale around. Little hip lift. Tiny. Inhale. And exhale. Lift. Inhale. We will stay with the little hip lifts at the end. And it's so tough. Just that little movement. One more. And exhale. Breathe, you guys. Inhale to the left. And exhale. Here. Don't rest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Below the belt. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's one of the best exercises to do for right below your navel. Everybody says in Pilates they feel great up here. It's like somebody elbowed you in the ribs. To get below the belt, go the other way. Lift the hips. Instead of all this stuff, this is high. For low, it's this stuff. Okay, you could do those. Do them until you can't do anymore. Fatigue. Okay, wow, we're almost at 120. Good job. Let's do rocking up to sit. I want to go through Sidekick series quickly. Let's see how we do, okay? So, again, real quick, so I don't talk too much. Flat down's a little easier, okay? It's basically the way to start, hand down. Elbow is harder, and we're not slouching like this, you guys. I cannot stress that enough. Pretend I'm behind you, and I'm lifting you up with my hand. Otherwise, this stuff checks out, and you don't even feel it. Lift the leg, and just pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, lengthen that leg. Don't get short. Now, little circles. 10, 9, 8. For those of you that want to kick it up, you just put the hand right behind your head. You can go on your hip or down. This is the easiest way to do it. Holding it here, it's tick-tock. It's going to go flex, flex, and point. Remember, lift up when the leg goes back. Flex, flex, and point. Ooh, see how my bottom leg lifted up? That's always something that happens to me if I don't squeeze my inner thighs. And I didn't on that one. And it happens every single time. Squeeze inner thighs. This leg stays down. Otherwise, it goes like that. And it happens to a lot of people, actually. I see it all the time. So, bicycle. Last one. Hold it here. Give it a little pull, stretch it, reverse, bend through, straighten to the back, keep that bottom leg down. It's going to want to lift because you're basically bouncing on a hip bone. So your legs are going to want to come in. That's what I feel every time I move my leg. But now I feel my sides because my sides are working to keep my trunk still. That's the goal. Let's go down, flat. Okay, everybody go down. If you were up, everybody go down. Lift and lower. That's all we're doing. If you feel your side up off the mat, A+, okay? Every time I lift, see how my side wants to kind of smush down? See if you can keep it up. So if I see light underneath your side, that's really hard to do, but that kicks everything up tremendously. Now stay there, flex, little scissors, fast, 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 fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, split them. Hold it. Most of you are going to need your hand down. I know I need to, especially on this one. Split it. Split it. One more. And split and lower all the way down. Flex, turn out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Point, parallel, down. Good job. Let's do the other side. So you've got Sidekick series up first, and then you've got down on the side just to focus on the obliques, okay? You could really probably stay on each side for 20 minutes each side, depending on the number of exercises you want to do. But let's just go this because we're trying to go quick. We don't rest. Heart's working. This is cardio combined too for me. 5, 4, just a different kind. Hold it here, circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, side up. Now flex it. 1, 2, point, press it back. Keep that leg down. So 1, 2. In one side, you guys is always better at doing this. And that's the way everybody is. My right leg down on the ground doesn't really feel like it wants to lift nearly as much as the other side. And that's normal. So be aware of that weaker side and really work it a little bit harder. Bicycles, bend, straighten. We're going a little quicker than we did last time. So don't lose your form. Don't get sloppy in your torso. Where the quickness doesn't help us out, it makes everything worse. Hold it here, pull, 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 and then reverse. Bend it, extend, forward, bend. Your obliques, your abs, basically your entire trunk is really working. That should be on fire, you guys, really working. Good. Now, lower, whole body goes down. Okay. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 3 more. 2. 1 more. And 1. Flex, little scissors. 10, 9, fast. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Split. Hold. And switch. Now these on this side, way harder for me than on the other side, but the beginning part was easier, so go figure, right? Switch. Don't move that trunk. And switch. Turn them out. Little Peter Pan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point. Parallel. Down. Now we got to stretch. That was great, you guys. Let's go on the back. We'll do a really nice rotation for the spine. Let's go all the way down on this side. Think of like alligator arms forward. I want you to inhale. Let your head, let your eyes follow that top arm. And really just let the arms relax. Your head's looking at your arm that went over. Big stretch all through your trunk. I feel it a lot in my chest too, and in the front of my shoulders because I tend to get really tight there. So this is stretching a lot more. Some people also feel their glute. We're going to work on a couple different stretches today that I've been working on myself that I want you guys to start doing too. Okay. So you're here. Take it over. One side's probably tighter than the other side, totally normal. Make a note of it. Maybe hold that tighter side a little bit longer, and you gotta breathe. And just let everything relax. You can even take that top knee up if you want to kick it up a little bit more and cross it over, and that kicks it up too. And I feel it all through the middle of my back because that's where I've been really tight. And a little bit of my glute. That feels really good. Something we should do every day. Okay. So let's stand, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna do Pilates push-ups. This is my client's favorite exercise. A lot of times we end with it, but these are hard, so let's use some of our good energy now. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna stand up, I guess with the back to the door because you're at the back of the mat. We're gonna walk down, push up, downward dog to come back up. Don't bend your legs, okay? Keep them straight. This is stretching, this is strengthening, this is everything in one. So let's reach, lower down, round the back. I'm peeling my spine off the wall. Don't stick your butt at her. It's gonna push you forward and walk it down. We'll do a couple slowly. Let's do 1. Now, downward dog is here. Yoga position for those of you that do yoga. Walking back, don't shimmy your hips. Round the back. And that was actually perfect because the doorknob hit me right in the right glute, and it was a reminder, whoa, don't come back too far. So stand up against the doorknob. And that's like somebody standing there holding you and spotting you like I would be doing. Round the back. That's your reminder. Don't stick your glutes out. Walk it out. Lower, push, downward dog. Drop those heels down. Maybe move the feet up a little bit. I know our mats, they stretch a little bit. And then Around the back, roll it all the way up. Makes it a little harder. Now let's go quicker, okay? We'll stick with the 1. Let's do 3 fast. Don't shimmy your hips and keep those legs straight. Really important. So around the back, roll it down. Nothing changes, just the speed. Lower, push, hips down. Walk it back. 2, 3, 4. Glute on the doorknob. 2 more. Roll it down. 1, 2, 3. By 4, you're at your plank. Lower, push, hips down and back. 2. Don't shimmy those hips. Round the back. My mat is scooting me closer and closer to the door. Round. Shame on you, Matt. Last one. Hips up, heels down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And around and roll it up. Finish. Done. Okay. Good job, you guys. Let's move on. It's like almost 1:30. Good job. Straight mat quickly. If you guys were able to keep up, which I'm sure you were, good for you. This stuff is hard. Okay, let's go through a little bit of feet and straps. Let's get the door anchor in. Let's go a little bit below the knob and lock it. Red goes in. And I put it in the right way this time. Woohoo! Okay. Remember, you guys, let me know. Speed, levels. The more that I know, the better your class is going to be, so I want to hear from you guys. And then tell me to shut up and stop talking so we can work out. Okay. Hold them in one hand, go on the back. Remember, the farther away from the door anchor you are, the tighter the tension's going to be. You choose. Remember last time we looped the yellow in here too. You could do that as well, whatever you want to do. Those of you feeling strong, grab the blue. And then we sometimes have to, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I'm a little sore from working out yesterday. An arm's length distance, I have pretty long arms too. This is probably a good spot. You guys, if you're gonna go, if you wanna kick it up, I probably wouldn't just keep adding bands. Don't have your head close to the door, just kind of move down too. The more you stretch these, the tighter they are. You actually need more control too. So it's a good thing to be far enough away. So toes apart, heels together. Last week too, I noticed when I watch my stuff later when I get home to critique my form, my knees, I'm flexible, so this is really comfortable for me. This feels awesome. This feels like somebody's stretching me. But if I stop here, now everything's active and my muscles are working. This is not an inactive position for me. I feel my leg muscles. So let's not come in past that point and kick it up a little bit. And it's harder because my legs want to bounce in because the band is pulling my feet towards my glutes, but don't let them. Now I feel like I've got at least the yellow band in there too with the red. So my muscles are working a lot harder. One more. You got to think of different ways to kick it up without always going so heavy. Now, 1, 2, quick, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Parallel. Same thing when we bend in. You can look for the first one. This is where my legs want to go. And my tailbone is actually down because I'm flexible. Let's stop here. A little bit harder. And put it in your memory bank in your filing cabinet, so each time you go to this, it's second nature and the body knows exactly where the range of motion is. And for each exercise and each person, it's a little bit different. So I have some people that are super tight that as soon as they bend their legs in, their butt pops up. Okay, that's pretty common. Keep your tailbone down, and this really loosens up the hips. Now stay here, little scissors. 1, 2, 3, don't move the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back together. Lift and lower with parallel legs is here. So toes and heels together. Exhale, press. Don't go all the way down to the mat. If you have a really flat lower back, you might be able to go down a lot lower than most. But again, you guys, this is our focus, okay? So I can do my legs all day long, but if I'm keeping this down where I need it to be, I can't go any lower than that. Otherwise I get real archy. And I lose my form. Squeeze the legs together. Any questions you guys have too about, you know, your back in different positions, let me know and I'll answer them the best I can. Again, if you have a mirror that you can use too, you can assess yourself and see your profile. Yeah, you know, my lower back looks a lot like Shannon's. It's a little bit archy, which is pretty common, especially with the women. You know, I'm going to do her form or her techniques, you know, same thing. Open, pull, press. Let's go a little wider. Remember, we used our feet. Flex, open, flex. If I were to come over to where you're working out, this is what you have to think of. I always tell my clients this and they look at me like I'm crazy, but this is how you get your abs involved. Let's reverse it. If I were to come over to your bands and rip them off your feet real quick, what would your legs do? So a lot of people laugh and they say, oh, mine would just flop down to the mat. Yeah, pretty much everybody's would, unless this is working. So if someone were to take my straps off any of these parts, would they flop down on the mat? If you don't trick yourself a little bit, your abs are just taking a vacation right now. They're not doing anything because they know they don't have to. Last one. Now, just a bigger scissor, lower down, top leg, bottom leg, super straight. Switch. When we did that first exercise on the mat and we did our scissors with our body up because we were using our abs, it was less legs, more abdominals. This is your position. So match that. Use this as a nice stretch and even pull it when you go up there. Oh, except don't do that because now my right side's a lot tighter than my left. Okay, last one. And done. Good. Bend them in. Make a note of that, you guys. Even if you, like what I just did, I pulled it to give myself a stretch, and even when you double looped it, you can still make one side shorter. So, good to know. Okay. Rock up to sit. Give your hamstrings a good stretch. When you take your body over, just like we did with our inner thighs last week, we were doing this one, which I'll try to do at the end. Make your back a little flatter. You round here, feels awesome on my back. You do both. I am actually pulling against my feet, and I stretch my back because my back's always tight. Now, I pull, but I drop my heels down and I take my back this way. So you can actually resist. Assisted stretching is so awesome because it's almost like somebody is stretching you for assisted, but you can cheat a little bit and use the bands or come up with little tricks like this. Because basically in the studio, my Cadillac, the big Mac Daddy equipment, most of you guys probably know what that is. There's the push-through bar, and I'm pulling them here, and then they resist. So this is my back stretch for them. And then I pull, standing on this side, and that's their hamstring stretch. So there's actually, you know, a pull and release going on here, which feels really, really good. So you can imitate that exactly like I was just doing. Or with the bands, pull, 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 and then release. So let's go to door anchor. Moving on. Let's take these off. Let's take ankle straps off. Let's take the red band out. And let's insert the green. Also, too, it'd be cool to know if you guys, majority of you out there doing the Pilates class with me, how many days a week you're doing it too. Obviously, I'm trying to vary the workouts for you and just assuming that everybody's doing 3. And if you're doing that, props to you because that's hard. But think of it this way, the more you scoop, the quicker everything comes in and up, okay? So if you can hit 2 hours a week, 1 on the mat, 1 on the reformer, 2 on the mat, 2 on the reformer. It doesn't really matter which type, but if you can hit at least 2 hours a week, you know, pretty regularly, not skipping a lot, man, you'll just, everything goes in and up. And that's where your friends start to say, wow, you look really good, but they can't put their finger on it because your posture's a little taller, your body's come in a little bit, and just from head to toe, everything looks a lot better. It's not just kind of losing your butt a little bit or, you know, losing your sides, since a lot of us have that, this little tire around the waist. Okay, let's do some of our pressing back tricep stuff. So important. Remember, most tricep stuff is going to really change the look of the arm and the strength of the arm a lot quicker than just doing a lot of bicep stuff, but you want to balance it. So press back and release forward. I want to squeeze my knees together today, and I'm going to remind myself to squeeze my inner thighs. It's going to travel up through my pelvic floor, activate my transversus, right, my girdle, your powerhouse, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It's a lot more than just your abs. Press it back and pulse. 2, 3, shoulders back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, lean. We did these last week. I'm hinging, so I'm working my quads. My inner thighs, I'm still squeezing. If you feel too much pressure, you guys, on the tops of your knees, when you do this, don't hinge. Trying to get my back nice and flat. We have a tendency to roll forward, at least I do on these. And done. Good. Back to triceps. We'll just alternate. Remember, if this hurts your knees, you can always stand up, okay? And I like to actually work in releve or on the toes if you're standing to see how your balance does too, because it makes it a lot harder. You're on an unstable surface. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake them out. When you press back, don't let the shoulders do that because it starts to get hard. Use your back muscles too. You're not just working triceps, you're working pretty much your whole back. Try to keep it out of your neck though. I always have a tendency of it wanting to travel up into my upper traps. Doesn't really need to get up there too much. And pull. Use your abs. Pull. 5 more. Exhale as you pull to your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good job, you guys. Shake out the arms. Let's go. These off because actually, yeah, let's add the yellow and see how that works. I want to do some standing kicking, okay? And all my clients love these. Let's see how it feels. I have the, especially my girls do this, they love this stuff. Butt on fire. Okay, let's do standing on the 1. Yeah, should be good. Now, what I want you guys to do is put it around and then step on it. See if you can do that. Extra little safety precaution. Now, what I want you guys to do is if you're kicking back, you still have to keep going. Probably the red would be ideal. I want kicking back. If you can stand up without holding on to anything, awesome, because this is hard to do. But you're going to work your balance. And obviously, probably, ideally, door anchor should go lower, which you can definitely do, but I still feel this in my glute. Stay back there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Oh, man, that feels good. Okay, now just turn it to the side. Same thing. You're kicking out and bringing it back in front without losing your balance. Kick it out. If you have a long arm, you can send it out. But I like to try to do this without holding on because your abdominals have to work a lot harder to balance. So challenge yourself. If you lean onto that door and you rely on that door to always be there, it's amazing how much easier this stuff is. So try it. If you lose your balance occasionally and you wobble like I did, like right there, just find your center again and start it back up again. You'll get really good at this if you practice it a few times. And done. Whoo-hoo. Okay, I feel it. Let's step on it. Try to match it by standing up nice and tall. It doesn't have to go far back, you guys. When you kick far back, what it'll do is it'll kind of move your pelvis too. Remember, chest up, abs in makes the leg work a heck of a lot harder. Then kick 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Good. Let's do the other side. My girls at home are laughing, going, ha ha, she lost her balance. She lost her balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stand up tall. 8, 9, 10. Quick ones. 10, 9. Keep it up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. And done. Good job, you guys. Let's slide the feet out. Go ahead and drop those. Let's take it back down to the mat. A little bit of extension. We did a lot of flexion in the beginning. We got to balance out the trunk. Keeps us centered nice and tall, okay? Always something to remember. We worked a lot of abs. We worked obliques, okay? Now we'll work a little bit of our low back, which we have to work. People tell you shouldn't feel anything in your lower back. It's not entirely true. No pain in the lower back or tightness if you can avoid that. But you definitely want to work those muscles. The stronger the base is around your spine, the stronger you're going to be and the less pain you're going to feel. That's what I've learned. Okay, so let's lift the legs and flutter them, little swims. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend. Remember, make this small. You've got your little quail egg underneath your navel, and if you guys can keep it from getting cracked while you do this exercise, you're doing great. 5 more. 5, 4, little, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Now keep your legs down. Send the arms out to a T, okay? So the head goes down. Lift your chest and arms, anchor your legs, okay? If you can train your legs to stay down when you lift your upper body, you'll come up less, but it's a lot harder. Inhale, lift. The legs just like to do this, but we're not doing full Superman yet. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. Breathe. Stomach in. 2 more. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Good, you guys. These are hard, and I know they're not the most fun thing to do, but remember, posture. When you're taller, you look leaner. Arms out, legs out. Go ahead and open the legs so they're hip distance apart, okay? Drive the shoulder blades down the back, tuck the pelvis under, so you want to press your pubic bone into the mat as hard as you can. Okay, if it's up here like this, all you're doing is shortening your lumbar spine. So, inhale and exhale. We're almost down to the wire, you guys. Keep pushing. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Eyes at the edge of your mat. 2 more. Last one. Breathe in, hold. Exhale, lower, arms, push you back. Take it back to that really good child's pose stretch. And let underneath your arms stretch. I feel this kind of like right below my glute and upper hamstring from doing some stuff yesterday. So this feels great. Let's take it to hands and knees. I want a little bit of this, okay? Like we were working on last week. So remember, flexible, flexible. So you've got your body's in a tabletop, stomach in, okay? Just because I arch my back doesn't mean I let my belly hang out. So inhale and then exhale. Breathe in. Keep your arms nice and straight. Exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. 2 more. Man, this feels good at the end, doesn't it? Exhale, round, stretch right There. Last one. And exhale. Take it back. Round, round, round. Oh, man, that feels good. Okay. Take the red band and take an ankle strap. Let's have this help us stretch. What I want you guys to do is go ahead and lay it down on the mat. Okay, probably around both carabiners. Let's go. Right foot in. Left leg is down nice and straight. Okay, again, if you're really tight, you may have to hit this position for a while, and that's okay. But if you want to see how you do it, you've got the band, you guys. So if the leg is here, but both legs are straight, that's awesome, okay? If you can get up to 90 degrees, don't let this stuff happen. So I know I am annoying with the form on the stretching, but it will help you do all of these exercises so much better, resulting in stronger abs, better form, helps you get stronger muscles, and that's what you want to do. If you're going to kind of cut corners all the time, you're not going to see those results you want to see. So really push it. Take it over to the right. Good inner thigh stretch. This is still facing the same direction. It didn't roll. Keep it down. And then over the body. And this ankle strap doesn't let it give. So you definitely feel that stretch. You can always just hold, and that'll give a little bit more. But if you want to hold close to the hardware and really pull over, you'll feel that stretch. Pull it. And then also, too, you guys, you've got this one. I'm probably going to have you do pigeon. I'd like to work that pigeon stretch, which a lot of you probably already know. But if the low back is tight, and this is what I've learned, the glutes are tight too. So, and you've got different parts to your glutes. It's the biggest muscle on your body. You got to stretch it. I just assume, oh, I'm flexible, so I don't need to stretch today. Well, I pay for it the next day. So, especially after a good workout, we did bands and we did mat work. We didn't touch any weights, even though we were doing resistance work, but we still should stretch. Take it out to the left. Keep both legs nice and long. Keep this hip down. You can send your arm out, but it helps you balance. Take it over the body. The midline of the body, you guys, is right, obviously down the middle of the chest, navel. The leg doesn't actually go far past it. If you're taking it way over here and this is lifting up, you've gone too far. And then pull it in here. Go ahead and slide that off. Let's do the proper pigeon stretch. So stand up. Walk it out. Okay, you're here. Right leg comes forward. And you're here. This feels really good on a bunch of different muscles. A guy who works on my back, one of the guys, he's a really good massage therapist. And when I work out hard, I need that muscle work done, as do you guys. It's not, yes, we still see it as a luxury, but if you work out hard and you use those muscles, sometimes stretching, we need a little bit more than that. So don't be afraid to have somebody massage those muscles, because you let it go for too long, like I pretty much did. It's hard to get them back where they feel nice and loose. Now, take it forward if you can, and you feel this right in the middle of your glute. I also feel it on the top of my hip, because that's where I'm really tight too, but this is an awesome stretch. And we've done a couple different variations now for your glutes. You've got figure four stretch and pigeon that are, a lot of the yogis do. Stand it up. Bring it forward. Press that out. And lifting your chest up nice and tall really gives you that nice stretch on that hip too, and kicks this up. So let's do extension and then bend it over. So you hit both. Just take it over. Left glute all through here, stretching deep inside the middle of the glute. Feels really, really good. And right hip stretching too. The last thing I want you guys to do before we stand is push back out, lower down, okay? You guys are probably a little bit more flexible than me regarding the back, but go ahead and, like a cobra or a swan in Pilates, let's press up. Try to look over at your glutes. It's a really great stretch for the mid-back. And I've started making myself do these more frequently. And it's really made a huge difference on the tightness in my back. It's really released that. And a lot of that rolling stuff we've done, rolling like a ball, open leg rocker, Joe Pilates seriously considered that a massage for the spine. It feels good on the knots and the muscles that are back there too. Standing up, toes apart, heels together. Just take a deep breath. Just get in tune with here. Make a mental note. How do you feel now versus how you felt in the beginning of the workout? I feel a lot different. I can stand up taller, I'll tell you that much. I felt like I walked in here like this. It may not have looked like it, but man, it felt like it. That's what my body likes to do. Inhale, reach. It's all about what you feel like on the inside. If you feel good on the inside, it'll reflect on the outside. And that's what you want. And just let the body hang. Feels really good. Your calves, your hamstrings. Again, any pressure in the back of the knees or the low back, you guys soften your legs a little bit. Squeeze inner thighs together, pull your stomach in. Reach up. And done. Good job, you guys. Hard workout today. You did it. Shannon with Bodylastics and LiveExercise.com. Tomorrow at 1, I'll see you. Thanks for all my guys joining me for the workout today. It was fun.